Hey gang, Cam here, back on the Deluxe series on hard mode. I do apologise that lack of content has been out at the moment. I have been getting over the flu and a really sore throat. I've still got a really sore throat at the moment. Like it feels like razor blades, and I don't know if any of you caught the live stream for Farming Sim that I did over the weekend after I'd sort of recovered from being sick and being able to talk. But it's really sore at the moment, so I'm going to do my best to get some content out to you guys this week anyway. I don't want to push it because we've got plenty of live streaming coming up as well. The thing is, last time out, and thank Wingless Viper for this now, we're going to get back into trains. Thank Wingless Viper for letting me know that we had the Genesis P42 on this line, which is predominantly a passenger locomotive. So I did a little bit of Wikipediaing myself because I know there's a lot of train enthusiasts out there, and I'm a train enthusiast. I just don't have all the knowledge about all the trains. So this 246, I think, isn't it? Class 246, I think it is, even though it's got 245 written on the front. It's a class 246, is predominantly a passenger and freight locomotive. So that's what we've gone with to switch it up on this line. It's a bit cheaper as well, but it works really well. So I just wanted to show you guys that straight off the bat, that I do listen and I am keen on the knowledge that you guys have, and I will try and fix things as we go if that is the case. Alright, so let's come up here for a second. We can sort of have a look around in here. I did a little bit more work in and around here. We've put in a new freight or a depot. I put in some my own decorations again around the place, just to sort of tidy things up a little bit and get things looking a little bit busier down here. Things are going to ramp up down this way before we get into planes and stuff, and I'll just explain a little bit to you in terms of that while we just sort of ride on board here and enjoy the view. So I talked about last time out about putting an iron line from the opposite side of this mountain, just on the opposite side of that mountain, all the way over the other side. I think Dayton it is, isn't it, up there past Dayton? I'm putting another iron line. Well, I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to bring the iron over the mountain here and dump it on the deck for the trains to bring in, right? Because what we're going to start working on today is passenger service up and around this way for all these places, because eventually when we bring cargo and people in, I want to have the infrastructure network in place for people to be able to travel wherever they want and for cargo to go wherever they want. So yeah, think about it like that. We're going to be setting up all that infrastructure, getting some passengers around, so which is kind of nice because we're moving slightly away from freight, even though we're going to be utilizing these lines to help us out along our way, which I really love. Anyway, so you can see here, a little bit of work's been done all the way through here. This has all remained the same. I put in a bit more oil works down there for it, for eventually when we have to get fuel and stuff up here. I've put in some track decorations and stuff down here, some cargo sheds, some emergency services sheds down there, and so on and so forth. Right, then we've got another bit of refinery works, and this will be ever expanding. I'll put more and more stuff down in here to expand it out and get it looking good. Alright, so it's ever growing, it's ever expanding. There goes my throat now. Right, so this is where we're gonna just shove a line basically from here over the top to down to here. And the original plan was to send a train that way. However, since on further inspection, this is actually starting to get a lot more product down here now, which is fantastic. So all we have to do is supply a little bit more iron ore up to this train, which we can then expand how big that... We can actually put more wagons on that train, I think, to get more iron ore down here. And then that'll be really tickety-boo. But at the moment, it's not doing too bad, and it's at max bickies. Okay, which is kind of what you want to see. All right, in plans for the passenger service, which we're going to kick along after we get that line in. So we want Englewood to connect to Antioch, Norman, Dayton, and then we're actually going to swing the line around the back here and sort of swoop back in through this way and plug back in on this end of Englewood, right? So somehow we're going to have to get a line out and around and joining up to that spine to send the spine up here, and once we break through sort of here, we want to peel this way into the town. Now you can see that the town here through the middle is about the same height as the lower lands down there, so we're gonna have to cut right under that mountain. There's a bit of a tunnel network under there, and then sort of back out through this way where we actually climb a little bit to Norman. So I'm really excited about this this passenger service and what we can kind of get out of it. So I think the best thing to do is to start getting stuff just put down and see how we go. The other thing is the passenger line will rumble straight through this cargo port here before entering here, and so it's going to mean that potentially I might expand this to be a bit of a passenger stop here, and potentially we can have a separate rail bus that takes passengers from the airport into town, where they can get a transferring train off around the map. Okay, I think that's a really cool idea, and it's something I wanna do. Or potentially we just do a light rail or a tram line kind of thing through there. Okay, so first things first. Like I said, we have to kind of split the train to go up that way. However, I don't just want to cut right through town. I'm thinking we actually might come off around this way, underneath that. So we've got a really busy sort of train network going on. All right, and I hope that I put the mod in that I wanted to use for the trains that I actually want to use. So we've got a nice sort of curve here, like that, going straight away. I'm going to keep you flat. We're just gonna start building and playing and see how this goes. And I think that's, like I've said before, I think that's sometimes the best thing you can do when you play this game, is just sort of play and see how you get on. Now, I don't know if we're going to be too... This is kind of in the way, this little tools factory. However, we might still use the tools factory at some point, rather, in the future. I don't know. So all I ask, and you can see right there, all I ask is that everyone does sort of... I'm doing this the wrong way here. You're doing this the wrong way. You don't need to do that. Is just bear with me for the next week or so while I get my throat sorted out and cleared up. I think I would like it to work on a loop system, but it doesn't really need to. I'm thinking we can send the train back that way and up that way. I don't know why we're not doing that. That's silly. And then it can still come down through here and into here, and then it just backs out and goes back up that way. It's going to make things much easier. See what I mean by just playing sometimes is the key to this game. Alright, you have to go. I'll refix that road. That was just a temporary thing anyway, and it looked horrible. You know what? We might future-proof this station right here, ready to go. And in fact, I might just send a separate bypass down it now. I want to get... we've got... We'll put it this way. We've got plenty of space. That can be a freight line as well if we ever need more freight stations coming in. However, we do have a few at the moment. And I think if we're only going to... We can just have one passenger bypass on this. We're going to do it, right? Platforms. I could even make... I'll tell you what we could do. If you're going to do it, you're going to have a passenger platform over there, aren't you? You have to switch out one of these, or I can put it like there. Oh, stop it. Does that work? Kind of does. It can sit on the outside of that, so... Is this how I want to do that? I'm thinking about if you're a passenger and you get off the plane to come to this side of the map and you have to go through all the gritty, grindy industrial sector just to get a train out. When you're in a nice business suit, it's not really conducive to looks, is it? But it's more a practicality sort of thing. So, am I better off? Putting in a separate hub section just over here as a split off? I will leave those bits of track there. What I'm thinking, team, is, see, ideas just come to you sometimes. What I'm thinking is, or we just give it its own separate little ploy through here. It somehow needs to connect to that. Does it? Yeah, it does. Right, how would you do that? You'd have to do it on here. And you have to give the people the ability to walk through. That's just what it comes down to. Alright, so I just don't think the passenger service has to be that big on this side. And I'll put ability for cargo to be up this end. Right. Okay. Yeah. I don't think you're going to get... This is the important bit, putting the subway section through so they can link up. That's why you want that. I don't think... plus, the people would have to walk a long way to get down there. I'll have a rethink potentially in the future. I may end up doing this a different... I may end up putting in its own separate thing. But for the moment, let's just see if we can get a little... Get something there. Doesn't really work though, does it? If only they had like workers and resources, like little mini footpaths. That's just never going to work. I could take out that building there. Let me think about that because I don't think that's quite right. For the time being, we will send the line through that little split on that end. However, very loud vehicles outside my house today. Right, so that's just as simple as that. It's not perfect. Well, it's as perfect as it's going to be, actually. From there to there, it's what it's going to be. And then the other thing is it's a stop-off. Like it's a terminate. So it's a changeover point. So changing over from coming that way to here. So we want to put in the ability to have this autosave. I've got to fix that. I'm going to put in a diamond for it. Okay, that's pretty good. Then you're going to follow. You need the ability to get onto that track, which we're going to have to once again. We're probably going to have to move our roundabout. Blasphemy. But at the same time, we only need one line to send around that way. Yeah, we're going to have to move the roundabout. Oh, not the roundabout. I know you're all bitterly disappointed. Okay, put the line in first. Because one of these lines is going to shoot up this way, right? That. The other line is going to be coming from that way, that direction. How it does that, I don't know yet. We may not get to that point today. We'll just work section at a section for today, I think. Let's see how we go. But for the time being, we could that go over the top of that. It's a shame. We could get a little bridge there, go around the back of the farm, through like we can tunnel through there a little bit, back of the farm, and up. It's kind of got a hard. Well, it's kind of got to come from here. Come through there. Might have to come around this way just to give it a bit of run down into there. Across here. It'll make for an interesting track. How about you just take this road out for a sec? We can put it back in a second. Just cut me out a little bit more. Trust me, when we do the final track ride on this, it is going to be magnificent. Right, give me the curve. However, give me some downage, please. Okay, I want to see if that helps us out. We might even need to take you down. You've got a little bit of a lumpy hill there, buddy. Can have you... Yeah, just keep coming. Oh, I see the problem. Right, let's have you just, we'll run it ourselves. Although that's pretty good. Let's see if the train line argues with that now. Now this may not be how it goes, but for the time being, I think that's how I want it. Yeah, nice. Right, you can have your connection back. We've got to put a roundabout back in here. I know. The good old roundabout. This one, and we want 2, and it doesn't have to be huge, just has to do the job. Do the thing. Okay. And streets, that into there. Perfect. Okay. We're all hooked back up, which is fantastic. So that's potentially how that's going to go. That passenger service will rattle through that way, pull into the station, then it will back up and come this way. Somehow, we're going to have to get this up that way. That's a challenge for another day. So, we've got our line that's, it's now going to come around here. How far down do we want to bring this before we merge? Or do we want to just put the passenger service on its own run up here, knowing that somehow I still have to get it to cross that way? Now's as good a time as any to start walloping in the station up here, so we've got our connection points. So we know we have to aim sort of that way. We know we've got a line coming this way, so the train station itself kind of has to be under the sea in Antioch's garden in the shade. Shut up. You can still tell I'm struggling a little bit. I mean, it could just sit out of town here. It doesn't have to be in town. We can get people out to it. We could even sync it like just here, so it doesn't even have to come off that far, to be honest. All these lovely homes. It's really hard. That is the industrial state over there. There's people living here. Right, give me the terrain tool for a second, please. It doesn't have to be that exact height. I don't care if it is or not. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that height there. Have to do some tree deletion here shortly, I think, too. I think that's okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I think that might do us right there. That'll do us, Lewis. We'll put the train station just... It's nice when it goes in town, though, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's nice sometimes if you don't put it through the town, but this street, I got to be honest, this street looks really good, and and these buildings look really good around it. And I don't really want to ruin them. So we're just gonna put the train station out of town. No, I really like this town. It's really shaping up nicely. Just do it, Ham. Stick with your gut. Speaking of guts, I need to do more exercise. Right, are we going to be able to slip that under there? Potentially not. Do I want 240? Do you need 240? We'll give ourselves plenty of room to do some work here, I think. And you've got that tunnel going down, remember? Yeah, that is going to be troublesome. Can you sneak the line up the side here through there? So it would have to sit more like here, wouldn't it? Is that going to be enough? Now you can come slightly down for me, I think, please. There, little buddy. Okay, I think that will work. However, so coming back to here, now we've sort of got a basic target. We've got our line here. We're going to have to merge. I don't really want to merge you on that. I should have merged you back here, which we're going to. It's just going to be safer for us to merge you onto this track, right? That's fine. That's a nice little swoop in. Where are your one ways? One way or another. So you have to get over to that side. So I'm not going to make you switch because you literally need to come to this one. So I'm not going to have a switch there because you need to be on this line, outgoing line here, right? That's absolutely fantastic. No switch for you. And we've already got this peel off just here, right? Are we going to have to peel off that as well? Yeah, I think we are. So you basically... You can do that. I need more room. I need to start from like back here though, don't I? Right, so let's put in our double track that we like to do, remember? When we're putting in split offs on an angled sort of hill with a bit of a run. We like to go from about there. We don't have a lot of room here to play with because we've got a junction just there. Right. Now see how it's still doing that bendy thing right there. I probably need to get another width out here for me to work with here, and potentially even, I want to shoot up that way, so potentially even another one. Another one. And we're going to do this, right? Thank you, autosave. So it's going to sit like that, and it's going to then shoot up that way. Tell you what, tell me, Ham, what? If you can get me a line... Crikeys, that's a bit much. Right, how does that look in terms of height? This is all important key here, is getting the height right. Okay, let's just see how we go when we plug and play here for a sec. Right, now we're going to get this. Where was it? We're going off this one. Right. And because we put these tracks in, it's going to give us a nice flat run through there. Or so you think. We might be coming down too low. Okay, well that's a good indication that this here is way too low. Which is actually really nice to think of, actually. So, the good thing is as well, it's kind of really hard. What I'm trying to do is get a point where I can get these linked up and this track looking smooth. So from here, come flat for me and see how the track has this natural want to go to the right, whereas I want it to shoot up here and then do a nice swoop that way, which actually I can get that. I can get that if I want it like that, and then I can delete this off. Hey, that's better. Right, okay, now we can plug in literally, although I haven't gone. I need to go more that way, don't I? Yeah, you need to fine because I've got the angle of the dangle I want. Also, did you know you don't have to be that high? You can come up, be a touch higher. I'm wondering, oh, don't say it. I'm wondering, we're going to split the bill. We are going to split the tunnels. Sometimes, you know, it just works. But where do you come out though? You come out up here. We don't have to, you can flatten out, by the way. Or we can come back a touch further and flatten out. So if we come back to like, how far above that tunnel are we? There. Now we can move this because we've got a new line for our tunnel straight through here, which is where I originally wanted the station, remember? So if we aim for that, yes, and it will do a nice sort of flatten out just up there. There's a bit of a crest. We could potentially, is that got a big bow in it? I mean, it is in a tunnel. You're not really going to see it, are you? I think it'll be okay. And straight into there. Perfect. Do you want to double track that? It doesn't need double track, I'll be honest, at the moment. It's literally, it's going to be running a one-way service, not a two-way service. Okay, so next important key will be to get people lifted and shifted to this place. So let's get a passenger terminus thingy in. Right, we're going to go straight like this today. I might even do some configuring down here. I don't know yet. You know what? I'm just wondering if this place might be really nice for some trams. So we're going to put some trams in as well. Okay. We will put the service in today just to come here and go back. Just for today, and we'll just keep ever expanding it as we go. Each episode. I think that'll be a really nice way to do it. Yes, I know. Roundabout. It's got to happen. It's really just lends itself perfectly to a roundabout just here. Don't say it doesn't, and you know it does. So, you could all see me wanting to do it. I'm even gonna allow that little bridge. Yeah, that's a stylish little bridge. Right, I want the ability to have some buildings out the back here as well, so let's put it like a little estate area up here, shall we, where people can build in. Will you fit a skinny little tiddler under there? Oh, you know. Oh, you know you will. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. And then I don't really want you attaching to that. No doubt the AI probably will do it. Take it down here, street down there. And then let's just level off your land a bit. Okay, get it all nice and smoothed out for you. Right. Lovely. Okay, and that's sort of our train setup. Right, if we're going to have trams, let's figure out how we're going to get trams and people around this place before we send passengers careering up here. So buildings-wise, we'll just go with the regular stops. So we're going to go tram stop, first tram stop here. Might be... I really love this street, but it might pay to upgrade it a bit. 3 buildings will be removed. It's going to do a lot of damage to... I don't really want to do it. I really like the street. If the buildings change later on, I don't like them, we will change it. Right, we're going to come up here and take a right this way. We're going to come all the way down here to this one. We're going to just make this nice and easy. Put you there. We'll put you here. We'll put you there so they come back down to the main street before shooting back up here and down into the station. Okay. Right, let's do some street upgrades, however, in terms of... We can put a bus lane in. Tram track electric. We'll put a bus lane in down the main street here. It's going to get an upgrade. Actually, we'll just bus lane it all the way to where we need to. I'm not going to do the whole roundabout. Oh, actually, we have to. We have to come down here into the roundabout. Like that. We might as well get the whole roundabout done just in case. Yeah, okay, we'll bus lane everything. Right. It is going electric, isn't it? I think trams is going to be really nice in this town. We don't always put them in. I think you need to save trams for certain towns to get them looking really effective. And that's our route for trams. Just make sure we've got all blue line connecting there, which we do. Fantastic. How are you looking down here? You've even got, yep, you've even got a little bit of, oh, yep, that's perfect. Okay, so we also need a tram building. You know, it'd be really nice to have the light rails sitting down here as a hub and get it out and up the roads, wouldn't it? Oh, wouldn't that be nice? If the depot sat down here. Okay, how are we going to do it? Well, we have to get the country road, this one. We have to put, we're not going to have bus lane. We're going to have to put tram tracks in. All the way up here. Which is done. Then we've got, one way, haven't we? We'll have it go around like that in case we have to. You got to think about like if you're ever going to get tram tracks back to the housing, and then they just shoot straight into the road there. Yeah. Oh yeah, which means now when we actually build our little depot down here, right? Oh yes, please. Oh, have at it. Lovely. How far down do you want that to go? I want it to spin out here. We'll put the building out here, I think. Oh, that's going to be a really nice ride. How do I want to put this in? Just want to give it a little bit of room, I'll be honest. I just didn't want it doing that. Yeah, I want it doing that. Oh, super happy about that. Right, let's put this line in for the town. So we're going to go here. We're going to make it, I'm going to make it hot pink like I used to make my lines for hot pink. Okay, we're going to call this, sorry. Just knocked down the keyboard leg, one of the legs, and the keyboard tilted. So we got Ant. Pax. Actually, it's a city commuter, isn't it? City commuter. Tram. Cool. Oh, there's some really loud vehicles outside my house today. Must be some construction work going on nearby. Okay, so that's done. Let's get some trams on it before we set up the train line and have a look at these trams roll out. This is going to be super fun. Okay. 5 vehicles. Ooh, what do we got here? What's going to be good? for this tram service, the Skoda 10T. Skoda 10T. Don't have a lot. I might have to go. I might have to go shopping, I think, for some trams. Let's use the CAF Urbos. It takes 43. I don't think we need that much capacity to start with. I think just something. I think we'll just start with these. Give me like 4. And when we start getting more passengers, I really want to use this CAF here. Let's go with. Let's just start with 4. Set them on and commuter tram. And it works, gang. Let's just watch these out before we put our trams on. Play. Help if you play. Oh, yeah. Let's just follow on board one of these for a sec as we watch it roll through the actual freight and depot yards. Oh, this is super cool. Sorry about my janky cam work. This is like a mid episode track ride along, gang. And the reason why I'm not going to use this as the track ride along, because I want to do the actual train as a track ride along. We might do this as a track ride along at a later date. Love how it has to cross the train, even though, oh, we got to stop. We got a train coming. Oh, this is perfect. This is brilliant. Brilliant. I took a little screenshot then. That's brilliant. Absolutely. It's everything you want. Okay, come on. Train's gone. Trains are gone. Trains are gone. Oh, there's another one coming. Another screenshot. How good is this? It's all happening now. It looks busy down here. Things are happening. We're off again. We're doing a sharp right turn here for this tough right turn. Lucky it's got the bendy connectors on it. Love having the actual depot down in where you would imagine a depot should be. Across these train tracks, trams going across trains, love it. Shooting up the service road here, opens up into the big service road. We've got lots of trucks pulling in. Gosh, this is a fantastic track ride along as it is. They won't ride up and down this road very much, so it's nice to sort of see it do it while we can. Fantastic. Okay. Perfect. I still haven't brought my iron in here. I just sort of started doing the passengers, didn't I? Yeah, I know. But how are we looking for iron down here? I just want to keep an eye on it. I had to do the drum beat then. We're still good. When it starts to dip and we're not getting enough down here, I'll then put that line in. But for right now, we just don't need to worry ourselves too much. Right. Time to get, now that we've got we've already got people waiting. That's, oh my gosh, okay. We could be putting upgrades in sooner rather than later. Right. Wow, we've got to get a train service on. So let's now get this train line hooked up, how we're going to do this. So you're going to be running back on yourself today, which is totally fine. To do that, I'm going to get you going on your own. To do that, we're going to have to slip that. So remember last time out, or not last time out, remember when I said down here, we don't want to slip this? For today, we're probably going to have to slip it. Are we? Yeah, we are, because you're going to come up this rail just here. So you're going to have to slip. Right. Okay. Don't give me that color either. Give me something like vibrant that I can see that we're working against. I don't think we got pink. Just keep it all pink for the moment. Yeah. So we want to go there. We're going to rumble through here, but we're not going to stop. Which it shouldn't matter. Yeah, it should take what I want. Okay, but I want you to come in. Okay, I need to put some signal work in here. So you're going to be coming in this side for me. Going back that way. Just so I can sort of tell this line what I want it to do. That's not really what I want you to do. Let's go manage line. So at Inglewood, buddy. If I switch you to 1, what do you do? If I switch you back to 2. Oh, I see what's going on. I haven't given you the ability to shoot down that way. Okay, that's easy fixed. From here. That's better. That's nice. Okay. Not that we're going to be running 2 trains on it. It's just more the fact that I like trains to run there. They're designated up and down. That's all. It's more a it's more of a mental thing, I think. I've got to clean up this track as well. Also, we haven't given you the ability to get back over to the other side. From here, you kind of need to... Okay, pause everything for a sec. Move these signals. The entrance. We are going to give you the ability to head over there. Yep. Now, there's a bit of a janky switch there. I don't think we should do that, Ham. But it means that... Yeah, I know what it means, buddy. Just do it. It's only temporary until we get the whole thing done. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Remember this, gang. This little switch here is literally temporary until we get the loop in place. Once the loop in place, the train will never run back on itself. Unless one day we look to put in a counterclockwise sort of loop on it. We could have loops running both directions, which is not a bad idea. This is all going to pay favour for when we get passengers lifted and shifted by air up here. Right, so that's all cleaned that up now. So we are running off the one line. We don't have any mishaps in terms of trains falling off tracks. That's going to have a bit of a hill and then a bit of... Oh, it comes out. It gets exposed. Oh, that's delightful. We can put some advertising on the back of that wall. Then it goes back under, back into here. Lovely. Let's give it a name. For the moment, we'll just call it Ing to Ant Axe Train. Purely because it's going to get a whole naming convention of its own once the whole loop is in. Okay, so at the moment, we just know that it's Ing to Ant. Ing to Ant, Ant Ing. Okay. How's that tram's doing, by the way? They're out and about. They are out and about. They have one person on it, but they're not really spread out. They'll take a bit of time to get spread out. No doubt, spread out. I could run 2 in opposite directions, to be honest. We might even do that at some point. I might switch 2 of them to run in the opposite direction. So, yeah. All right, team, it's time to buy our train now. And we're going with this lovely QR train because I'm from Queensland and I saw this mod and I know I wasn't going to put a lot of modded trains in, but I really want the QR train in. Yes, they take a lot of capacity. I'm well aware of that. We're just going to run with 160 at the moment here. We're just going to keep it simple, Simon. Number 180, we're going to run. It's going to go in. It's going to cost us a little bit to run each here. I'm well aware of that. We probably won't have the passengers at the moment. Don't care if it's losing us bucket loads of money and our earnings are going to go down. We will switch it out, but I want to put it in, and it probably will be the train that runs around this area because I like it. So we're going to add it. I don't want to add 2. We're going to buy it. we're going to set it on Ing and Pax train, and we're going to watch it roll out, and we're going to ride this out today, gang. Thank you for joining me. Oh, yes. Go this view. Oh, yes. City train. Woo-woo. It's even got little adverts on it. Oh, it's lovely. It actually feels nice to have something so familiar in the game. This is fantastic. And this is what they say on a Queensland train. If you get the train service and it's about to depart the station, it goes, the little voiceover man comes up and goes, "Doors closing. Please stand clear." I don't know if I did that correctly, if it came off correctly, but anyway, great mod. Super job. Love it. Fantastic. And then it's nice to have something familiar in the game. All right, gang. Roll credits. Thank you, members. Thank you, subscribers and people that like and comment on the video. If you aren't subscribed and you're here hanging out every now and then, please consider subscribing. It does help the channel out, and you get to stay up to date with all the cool stuff that's going to be happening on the channel too. Now, on that, I do apologize the fact that my voice is killing at the moment. It actually feels like razor blades. Every time I laugh, cough, swallow, even just swallowing absolutely kills. So content will be a little bit shorter in video format until I can get my voice better, because I've got streaming all this week as well. So if you haven't, and you can, come and hang out at one of the live streams and have a chat to us. We've got a great community of people. We've got the Discord channel up, plenty going on. All right, so we're gonna have to ride this train down, and we're gonna have to ride this train up to get the full look of how this new line works, by the way. All right, gang, so that's it from me. Stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen. Oh, autosave. Ruining my flow. Get out of here. Mind the gap. That's what they say. Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
He said it. He said it. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant mod. Absolutely brilliant mod. Look at that. It even just goes back on itself without doing a flip-flop. Let's have a look at this while we do this track ride along. Great mod. Absolutely. I know we're doing the track ride along. Come on. Come on, game. But, yeah, you gotta love that. Have a nice little pan past it before we continue the track ride along. Yeah, don't think I just disappear. I'm always on these track ride alongs. Team. Okay. I'm always here with you. Oh, perfect. Hello, ma'am. Queenslander. Yeah, Queenslander. Yep. Good job. Hey, buddy. You must be a Queenslander too. Train driver. Don't know. I think because the train's actually driving from the back carriage, it might push us to... Yeah, hang on. It might do. We might have to ride from the back here. Which is honestly not a bad thing. This will make a really nice track ride. We ride from the back carriage here. Bit different anyway. Yeah, it should follow this back carriage, I think. Oh, that looks cool. I'm just trying to get, sorry, I'm trying to get a good angle for us. So we're not going to be clipping too much as well. All right, I'm going now. Enjoy this.
mind the gap.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.